I'm Sarah Obo and I'm from London, England with Meat Ministry. In the Natural Pharmacy today, I will be talking to you about type 2 diabetes, which is a common disease in America and in England, which is where I'm from. And I want to show you very simply how to stop the progression of this disease. So this is going to be very simple and I hope you can follow me. So what takes place in our body is that when we eat, the foods that we eat are broken down into sugars. And what our body does is that it releases insulin so that it can take the sugar from the blood into the cells. When we take in excess sugar, however, the cells develop this insulin resistance. And the reason why it does this is because it's taken in enough sugar from the blood into the cells. And therefore it says no to taking any more in. So when this happens, this is what we call insulin resistance, when the cells refuse to allow any more glucose in, or sugar, because it's already full up of sugar. So what happens is that the body sends more insulin out to try and take the glucose that's in the blood, or the sugar, I should stop saying glucose, but the sugar that's in the blood into the cells. And what we have here is kind of like a vicious cycle where your cells are saying, I have enough sugar, I don't need any more body, but then the body's saying, I need more insulin to take the sugar into the cells. So now we have a problem, which is high blood sugar in the cells. So how do we remedy this situation? One way the body does this is that the excess sugar that we take in is stored in the liver. And this acts as a kind of, you can see it as mercy, if you will, that the body has mercy upon us when we take in too much sugar, so it stores it, the excess one, as glycogen in the liver. However, when this storage is full, there's nowhere else for the sugar to go, and it stays in the blood. So I'm going to show you what we can do to actually use the sugar up in storage so that we have more space for the excess sugar to be stored and hopefully reduce those symptoms that we don't like, which is high blood sugar. So this bottle here represents the liver, and in the liver, like I said, there's no one else here with me, but like I said, we store sugar in the liver, the excess sugar. So our body's so merciful, and as it stores sugar in the liver, what happens is that when we have this storage full, because we eat a lot of refined foods and processed foods, this results in having a lot of an excess blood sugar, basically. And so what happens is that when we eat, because our storage levels are already full, because of the whole insulin resistance that we described earlier, what happens is that when we eat, we add to what is already in storage. So what I want you to do is think of this bowl as your blood. And this bowl is the liver that has the storage of excess sugar. So what happens when we eat? Let's say this is food, this is sugar coming in the body now. We eat, and then what happens is that when we reach that maximum storage level in the liver, it pours over into the blood. Now, if we've got this high sugar in the blood, this is what they call diabetes, or you're suffering from diabetes, especially when you have it for a prolonged amount of time. And what we want to do, we want to get rid of this, because that causes so much problems when you have high sugar in your blood. How do we get rid of this? Well, one way, which is commonly used, is to target the high blood sugar. So sometimes people may take medications, and what they do is that they take medications to lower their blood sugar, which is this, the sugar in the blood, and so it lowers the blood sugar, and that's it. But we still have a problem, because the liver, the storage, is still full. So what's going to happen the next time we eat? Exactly. The sugar is going to pour over into the blood. Okay, there's a fly. Sorry. The sugar is going to pour over into the blood, and we're going to have the same problem again. So the most effective way, if you really think about it, is to get rid of the sugar in storage. So the question is, how do we do this? The simple way is to fast. What you can do, you can fast by just skipping a meal a day. You can have maybe even a vegetable fast once in a while. And the common fast that I would advise is the fast of 2 meals a day. We're so accustomed to eating 3 meals a day when we really don't need it. If you eat 2 meals a day, maybe one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then let your body rest from the period of the afternoon to the next morning, what you'd find is that your body would use the reserves as energy, and we'd lower the sugar in storage. So next time we eat and we take in food that's going to be broken down into sugar, it won't leak over into the blood, causing high blood sugar. And another way to reduce the excess sugar in storage is to use it up by doing exercise. You could do exercise and the same process would happen, that it would use the sugar in storage and it would reduce it. The same things can be done by eating unrefined grains. That would stop the sugar being built up in storage in the first place. So I hope it's been a blessing for you, and hopefully I'll see you next time, maybe even in London, England, in the Natural Pharmacy. Take care. Bye bye.